What's happening, y'all? So let's get into another version of Searing Reflection Paladin. I think this is part 10 of this YouTube series. So I think last video I was telling you guys I do have a version with that puts Caulifero back in. I love Bubble Paladin, so I wanted to just try to incorporate Tankgineer and Cubicle into some version of this. I threw in Customs Enforcer. Not sure if it's very good, but I think one of the things that could be problematic for this deck is like a really aggressive like rogue or mage deck that's like discovering, getting that card advantage. So I threw it in there. I'm gonna give it a try. A lot of the same elements as previous versions, so definitely check out the other parts of this video series if you're interested in how I got here. But let's see, where is it? 14. So yeah, this has been kind of a pet deck project for me for quite a while now. What, maybe a month or so? And it's been fun. I think the last version of this, I want to say part 9. Part 9 was not my best win rate with the deck, but I think it is my favorite version. That's the first version I added Elise. You pretty much always keep Blob of Tar in this deck because you need something. It's a very good kind of protective element in the deck. And I did cut Equality. I was playing Consecration Equality, but for sake of... Oh my god, that's... okay. But yeah, just for sake of some card slots, I'm trying the Customs Enforcer to see how that goes, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here. And depending on how the first 5 games go, I don't know if I'm going to go to 5 or 10. Probably going to go to 5, to be perfectly honest. I like to go to 10, but this deck also takes a long time to play games normally. It also doesn't play Linessa, so no... Oh, man. That's incredible. Okay. That's fine by me. Yeah, this deck doesn't play Linessa, so I don't have some of those elements that make coins, which takes away the potential for like turn 5 Searing Reflection. That was always fun when you could go, like if you're going second and you have the coin, you just play like either an O manager or the 3-mana weapon that gives you a coin, and then you've got turn 5 Searing Reflection. Make an 8/8 Divine Shield of something crazy. Factory Assembly Bot is normally the best bet. Ragnaros is also pretty spicy. I think we just go Elise here.
I remember this place well.
Yeah, it's, I love that people are playing Dirty Rat. It's just great against this. I guess I take the Raptors. Yeah, this seems awesome. Alright. That is what Priest does. I guess I go Tigress Plushy. I could Consecration and Creature of Madness as well. Let's go Creature of Madness first, I think. No, you know what? Terror Run might actually just be the play, because making a 5/5 of this is not amazing, obviously, but I get a 5/5 plus 3/2/1, so I killed this guy. Yeah, that seems like the call. So I get decent board position, and pretty much all I want to do with this deck is play Searing Reflection. Find some way to get a Factory Assembly Bot out there, or do like an Ursol that makes Renewing Flames or Searing Reflection every turn. Well, that seems like a waste. You're going to want that card later. So next turn I'm going to go Searing Reflection, I think. So I probably gonna use that on whatever I get, assuming it's decent.
I wonder.
I'm thinking Blob of Tar might be the play. It's that or Creature of Madness, and I'm still not super sold on Creature of Madness in this deck. Yeah, let's try. 3 mana, 6/9 seems good. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we can still play Blob of Tar. Yeah, Searing Reflection has been the best fun deck series that I've done so far. I'm also working on Dragon Paladin, so I'm getting to the tail end of the viability of Searing Reflection Paladin. There's only so many variations of a deck you can make. But somehow I made about 10 different versions. So those are all available on the YouTubes. Yeah, let's see what we get. It's almost always correct to just Searing Reflection as soon as possible. That's awesome. So we're going to make a 5/5 Divine Shield Blob of Tar. And I'll get rid of these guys. Yeah, Puppet Theater's a pretty good location. I'm very surprised that that card doesn't see more play. Alright, annoying but fine. Get a bunch of dudes. Caulifero would have been an amazing draw there. So I could Renewing Flames, so that hits them for 10, they go to 13. I attack for 6, they go to 7. I could also Ragnaros. I think Ragnaros is better here. You know, maybe Ragnaros is better next turn, because then I can make a copy of him. I just don't know if the board is going to be clear. That's the only thing. So this plus the minions out would be 14.
I wonder.
Puts them at 9. Means I can Renewing Flames next turn. Yeah, I think this is probably better. And if they want to use their puppet thing to get a Ragnaros, I guess that's okay. Because, yeah, they get a Ragnaros, then I just attack with a bunch of guys. Renewing Flames kills Ragnaros, plus 5 to the face. I have a feeling Customs Enforcer is going to be really bad in this deck. Especially, like, you know, the first time I Searing Reflection. Ooh. The first time I Searing Reflection and get a Customs Enforcer, I'll be like, So yeah, I guess they're just dead. And that Zilliax off the Dirty Rat was dirty. I think that kind of thing. Even though they had the, what is it, the chillin', the swap stats. Yeah, that's a tough one to come back from. So I don't think that game was indicative of the normal power level of this deck.
Versus the Lich King.
You could not stop me then. You will not stop me now.
I will
Okay.
fight with honor.
So we're definitely throwing these back. Probably throwing Searing Reflection back also. Tankgineer's probably okay to keep, because the odds of drawing something that costs more than him they're fairly high. Ooh, okay. So we finally have the Tankgineer to Cubicle draw with this deck. I just hope they don't kill this guy with a leech, because that would be really annoying, but meh. Comes with the territory.
Little time.
Yeah, I think I'm chilling. Not super concerned about this, I guess.
Pleasure of fools.
I could get the Customs Enforcer out here, but
Reporting for duty.
I'm for the most part, I'm pretty okay with chilling in the first couple turns with this deck. I think the power level of everything after like turn 4 is pretty high. Wow. That could be a problem. I think I'm going to go Tankgineer here and then Tankgineer next turn. Gives me the best likelihood of landing a Cubicle on one. And if they want to leech and kill it, I guess that's okay. It's... I don't know.
I remember this place well.
Elise could be cool, but just in case. Yeah, let's just run this. Yeah, the whole point of this version of the deck was essentially just to try and get Tankgineer Cubicle, so I have no problem chilling and seeing if they can handle it. Oh, wow. Alright, that's annoying, but manageable. Yeah, I think at 7, we're a little low. This was that was pretty aggressive. So I think I have to Consecration here and then kill the Elise. This guy coming up next turn is going to be a little rough, though. I could have Customs Enforcer on turn 3. That would have at least held this off for 2 more turns. But I figured the Tankgineer would be better. I mean, what are you going to do? I could still Cubicle, though. I'm just at such a low life total, I don't know that that's going to be okay, because, like, what, I killed 2 guys, they've got 4 attack, 5 with this, they just need to find 2 damage, which seems pretty likely, so... Let's do this. And, I don't know, we'll see if this works.
The citadel stands strong.
Alright, so down to 6. That 312 is crazy.
Let me think.
I could Elise and try and gain some armor. But I think the 1 mana version, the jungle whatever, I don't know that that's going to be enough. I could Creature of Madness and try and get a taunt minion as well.
I wonder.
I think Creature of Madness getting a taunt minion is probably more likely helpful than Elise here. But either way is a risk. Alright, no taunt.
Must move quickly.
We just dead. Yeah, no matter what I do here, I'm just dead. What are you gonna do? You know, let's let them get their Wind Fury attack in. Fine. Fine. It's the way it goes. And that's 1-1 after 2 games. And again, this deck is all fun, so losses like that will definitely happen. I don't know that I could have planned on that Terror run being that good. But I guess, yeah, it makes sense. In that position, I would probably have done the same thing they did.
Uther versus Illidan.
Demons never expect me.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, let's see here. So Blob of Tar is great against Demon Hunter, even if it's just to counteract their own Blob of Tar, assuming they are like Cliff Dive or something like that. Customs Enforcer is great against them because of Infestation. I don't know that Tankgineer is a keep here. It could be good. Yeah, we'll give it a try. The whole point of playing this version of the deck is Tankgineer, so might as well keep it when I got it.
Either the legend dies, or I die with it.
Alright, so definitely Cliff Dive.
The light dims.
And I want to say this is the first version of this deck where I've played Righteous Protector. I haven't in past versions because I wanted to be a little bit more threat dense off of the Searing Reflections. Because a Searing Reflection for a Righteous Protector is okay. I eventually decided on it because the Taunt Divine Shield it's semi-relevant. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna Infestation this turn, so we'll just drop this. And if they do Infestation and hold the Stingers, then Customs Enforcer's even better. Oh, they play Fey Trickster. How cute.
Do you have
The battle.
anything to declare?
Well, that will definitely draw their Cliff Dive.
Island Palace.
Yeah, I've been wondering about playing this version of Cliff Dive with Fey Trickster. And it's arguable I should have played Tankgineer so that they couldn't kill their Fey Trickster and get the Cliff Dive, but not sure how relevant it is. So they're gonna need something else to get through that taunt minion if they want to smack me with their weapon. Otherwise, it seems like that... there we go. I was gonna say otherwise, it feels like that bonus from the dormant minion is a little wasted. But that will do it. It's a pretty solid follow-up. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Fey Trickster is it messes with your return policies. Because return policy with Blob of Tar and Ravenous Fellhunter is so good. I kind of like Renewing Flame here. It'll hit this and their face, so they'll go to 12. I attack with these two, they go to 8. I go back to 30. I could wait and go Ursol next turn with Renewing Flames, so then they're taking 30 over the course of 3 turns. That might be the better play, actually. They're likely going to Cliff Dive next turn, though, so I think... Yeah, even if they get double... even if they get double, what's-his-face, Briar Spawn. I'm not sure that this version of the deck plays Briar Spawn. I think it does, though. If they get double Briar Spawn, I don't think I'm dead, though. Okay, so yeah, pretty good. So I take 8, and then I'm going to take somewhere between 11 and... somewhere between 7 and 11 from the Briar Spawn, depending on what they hit. They can maximize damage if they attack... Yeah, they attack that guy. And then if they kill the... And then I'm definitely taking 11 off of it, but I gain the 3. That doesn't seem like the play. That does not seem like the play at all. Why was that the play? That was not the play. Okay, they got a little lucky on that attack, but that's alright. Because now, we go Ursol. And I'm not going to attack here because that would gain them 5, and then they're going to take 10, putting them to 10. So if I do this, they go to 10 still, but they don't gain. I guess it's the same. But yeah, this guy would take 5 damage, and that's worse. I could have just played Renewing Flames, and then, what, they take 5 to the face, they go to 10, I attack them, they go to 3. But yeah, we'll see. But I'm only taking 5 damage off of the Briar Spawn here, so seems okay. I get another... Yeah, they're just dead, though. Yeah, Ursol Renewing Flames is very strong. Yeah, there was a while where I was just playing Searing Reflection and not playing Renewing Flames. And when I decided I wanted to try Ursol, which is for crazier Searing Reflections, Renewing Flames seemed like a natural thing to play also. And Renewing Flames is it's a really crazy way to reverse the momentum of a game sometimes, as you just saw. In theory, they should have won that game. They did pretty much everything right, except for that attack with the... I don't think that attack on the Tankgineer was a great one. That might have been one of the decisions that cost them. Customs Enforcer, great against Mage. Consecration, not so much. But yeah, I will at some point break down and play the Fey Trickster version of Cliff Dive. I love Cliff Dive. It's one of my favorite decks. It's Cliff Dive, or at least a variation of it, is how I got to Legend this season. So it only seems natural to try all the different versions of it. When Across the Time Waste came out, I was trying to make Serpent Cliff Dive work. And Serpent is awesome, but just nowhere near as powerful as Briar Spawn and all that. I like Whelp of the Infinite. That seems good. It's a 3/6 for 3 mana with abilities. So, yeah, definitely the best option here.
Repent.
But I think I'm going to play Customs Enforcer on turn 3. At the very least, it's just something that eats up removal. Best case scenario, it slows them down a bunch. Because they've got one card they discovered already, so this card will cost 2 more. Plus it makes them think twice about their discovers, like this. So if they get, like, Resonance Coil off of this or something like that, it's going to cost 2 more. Yeah, I just really love this guy against Mage. And I expected this deck to do a little worse. I'm 2-1 so far, so things could change, but it's looking like a decent deck.
Let me think.
Yeah, it's Whelp or Blob of Tar. They're mostly the same card. I think, yeah, let's do this. That enables me also next turn to go like Whelp Hero Power or something. If I go Whelp now, I can't Blob of Tar and Hero Power next turn, so just a teeny bit more value, I guess. Very interesting play. They just paid 4 for a Photon Cannon. I like it. Huh. Alright. That works.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, I think Consecration in this deck is mostly just for the aggro Paladin matchup. There's a couple other things, like it's an easy way to get rid of leeches against Death Knight, stuff like that, but the aggro Paladin matchup is very bad otherwise. I do have Righteous Protector and Creature of Madness, but sometimes you just gotta clear the board, start over. Alright, I think Colossus might be coming. Huh. Okay. That seems pretty good. And I could play another one next turn. They don't have any cards in their hand that were discovered, but at least now the mini Sleet Skater is going to cost more. It doesn't show me the mini, though. That's odd. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm just blind. So, let's do this. So if they want to play that other Sleet Skater, it's going to cost them 5 mana. We're just going to pack this board and hope we can get through. wow, they have 2 of them. Okay. That's annoying, but fair. Ursol for Consecration? Meh. Doesn't seem super great.
Island policy.
I'm very tempted by Ursol Consecration. It's not the best play in any way, but it puts a little bit more pressure. As long as they don't clear my board here, I think it's okay. The only other options are like Tirion or Tankgineer. Yeah, let's run that. Why not? Yeah, 8 mana for a 9/7 that deals 6 damage over 3 turns is still pretty good. It's not the maximum efficiency of this deck, considering the other spells available, but we don't know how long it'll take to find those other spells. And just gaining all that armor. So Customs Enforcer doing serious work here. So in past versions of this deck, I was playing Ysera because it makes it so you can play Factory Assembly Bot and the Mini on the same turn. I kind of want to play it here, but if it attacks the minions, then I'm losing a decent amount of value off of it. So I think I'm going to hold it. I don't want to, but I think that's the right play.
Put your faith in the light. Reporting for duty.
So we got one more Consecration off of this. Sure. Drawing hella cards. So we can attack for 28? Sure. I feel like doing pretty much anything else here is a little greedy, so I'm just going to do this. Now if they have Colossus, it's going to cost 6 less, so it'll cost 6. I think Chrono Lord costs 7, I think. So if they do this one more time, I guess they could double Colossus if they go this, make it cost 3, Chrono Lord plus that, so...
I must move quickly.
Question just is, do I Searing Reflection here? I'm not sure what I would get that would matter. Like... Ragnaros doesn't kill them. Yeah, nothing I would get actually kills them, so I think I just chill here. If they got it, they got it. Oh no, if I... Wait. Yeah, no, Ragnaros would still only put them at 2, so I think that's fine. Do they have it? Well, I guess they have 9 mana left, so they can't Chrono Lord and him at this... Yeah, alright. So maybe we got it. We'll see if we can get through this turn. Oh, plus the other... That's right. Alright. Well, that's just game then. That's 32 damage.
Well played.
Nothing you can do about that. Yeah, Protoss Mage is probably one of the better mages in my opinion. Alright, so 2-2 after 4 games. maybe it was correct to just keep pushing the aggression there, because I did kind of slow down those last couple of turns.
Uther versus Rexa.
Like that turn where I was thinking about assembly bot, it would have hit them for additional 6. It could have hit a minion, obviously, but I think that might have been better than chilling. I figured I had maybe 1 or 2 more turns till Colossus, but that's the way it goes. Tigress Plushy against Hunter seems okay.
The light dims, but we fight.
Got a nice curve this round. Protector into creature, into a 3-drop, into either Blob or Plushy. I don't think I have any Kindred in this. I don't know that I can justify this guy. I guess I have some cards from the new expansion in this. Like I could play Tigress Plushy. It goes down 1, but... Or is that even the new expansion? I'm not sure what set this is. I think it is. I don't know. Alright, we'll take Overplanner. It's fine.
I must move quickly.
I was tempted to coin Righteous Protector, but I think coining into something bigger like Tirion or something else that I draw is probably better. First time casting Overplanner, I believe.
I need a vacation.
Yeah, pretty sure. I don't know how this works. So choose one. So I think you choose the cards and then you decide what order they go in, I think. To put on top in that order. So I think I just put Searing Reflection on top last. I've got a Tankgineer, so I'm going to take the Cubicle. And then... I think Blob of Tar is okay. So that puts... Yeah, we're going to find out, but I'm pretty sure that just put them on top in that reverse order that I did. I've been wanting to try this guy because he seems reasonable. I'm just not sure if his effect on the game is really that important. Because you could just discover stuff you don't want and you have no way of changing your draws after that.
Nightmares are never forgotten.
But whether I draw the Searing Reflection first or last should be fine, because I can do it by turn 6 with the coin. And either way, I'm going to go Tankgineer. Oh, okay, so first one you pick is the top one on your deck. That's interesting. So we're going to do this. I think this is fine, since it's got the full Reborn.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
Alright, what are we doing here, buddy? I guess, yeah, I'm going to draw Cubicle next, and then Blob of Tar last. So I guess I could have taken the Ursol as the last one. I just wanted to make sure I didn't draw Ursol first. I figured the last card would be the top one, as if you were going stacking the cards like that, but what are you gonna do? Ah, fine.
Quickly. Drink with me, friend.
Okay.
These could belong to a brand new species.
So Scout is bad. That card is very bad for me. Well, it's bad for everybody. It's just an incredibly powerful card for them. And when they play it, that normally means that they're going to have some Discover mechanics next turn. So if you don't kill it, you're just allowing them to have serious resources. Like if they... what's the guy? Mixologist, anything like that. There's also the Fabled card. I forget which one it is, name-wise, but it lets you discover a card and then you repeat for every time you've played. It's Verisa, I guess, for every time you've played the others. So, you know, with this guy, you're getting between 4 and 6 cards. So I think I have to get rid of that, which means I don't cubicle. Probably not the best to cubicle this guy anyway. How do I want to play this? Yeah, I think I got to do this.
Move quickly.
Then I can smack him for 7. And I guess this is okay?
The light dims, but we fight. Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our
That's
home.
pretty good. So yeah, they would have discovered and gotten an extra copy with that Scout, so very glad I got rid of it. I'm thinking Searing Reflection is the play here. Nice, that's a good one. So...
Well fought.
there you go. Okay. Alright, 3 and 2 after 5 games. Pretty good. I'm going to play a couple more, see how far I can get with this. So far, I really like the Tankgineer Cubicle interactions. And Cubicle being able to hit other things is still great. Like, for example, you could Cubicle your own Nomelia. Seems pretty solid. You can also cubicle stuff like Tirion, get a weapon, get another Tirion at the end of the turn. You know, there's Ziliax, there's Factory Assembly Bot, there's other stuff. The Assembly Bot seems a little worse, but it does have some play to it, which I like. It's really crazy to me. If you go back to the first version of this deck that I ever played, it was really bad. But I refused to give up on it. It seemed like there was something there. Searing Reflection is a really silly card. It seems more fun than good.
Reality.
Like I think my first version I played, I don't remember if this was actually the first one that I did on for the YouTube videos, but I definitely played it on Twitch. It was like a bunch of life gain spells, and I was basically just trying to live long enough to be able to play Searing Reflection in the first place. And after a lot of... ooh, Clumsy Steward could be good against them, because it forces them to use the cards that they draw. Yeah, I'm taking that. And plus, yeah, there's an extra copy, so if they kill one, I've still got a backup. But yeah, that first version of Searing Reflection Paladin was very laughable. I knew there was something there because I was still winning some games just playing silly cards like Flash of Light and Holy Glow Sticks. I think I was playing Hammer of Wrath even, which is like 3 damage for 3 mana, draw a card. Because I mean, at that point I was just like, whatever it takes to survive. Let's do that. Now, obviously the Clumsy Steward is a little annoying for me too, because I play a lot of cards that are high cost in this deck. But I think it hurts them more than me, because Okay. Yeah, it's going to force them to play some stuff, whereas I have... Wait, what? Why would you draw more cards if it just means... What? That's incredible. That's amazing. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm going to sacrifice the Customs Enforcer because making sure they can't kill this guy seems very powerful. They just lost 4 cards? Oh my god. Did that really happen? That was nuts. Alright, that's fair. That was such good value. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I should play Clumsy Steward in some deck. Like, it might be okay in, like, an aggro paladin version or something. Puzzle Master, fine. Ice Barrier it is. Yeah, I think it's only Ice Barrier and Counterspell are the secrets they can get off of this. I think they can also get Fireball, Frostbolt. I think Blizzard is in there. I'm not 100% sure on that, but there's like a finite number of cards that they can get off of this that are helpful. Sure. Well, next turn I've got Searing Reflection. I'm not sure if it's the right call, but I'm tempted. Wow. Yeah, let's go. It was bound to happen eventually. Yeah, I like this board position a lot. As long as they don't freeze my guys, I think I'm in a good spot to take this down. But it is Mage. They could do a variety of ridiculous things. There's the Blizzard. So yeah, they do get Blizzard off of that. So, freezing my guys is annoying, but I've got a hell of a board. I think Ragnaros is fine here. Yeah, slamming Ragnaros on an empty board is usually pretty decent. Ooh, and no Sleet Skater. That's awesome. Okay, then. You gotta have Bob or something now, right? Wow. Okay. Pretty annoying, but that's fair. And to be fair, it was a little greedy to slam the Ragnaros. It just... with a board like that, I probably should have chilled. Kind of like that last game against the Protoss Mage. I was like, I don't know that I can justify throwing more guys out there, because you do need to be conscious of getting blown out by overextending. So this was a good example of I definitely overextended, but sometimes it pays to be greedy, I guess. So Caulifero, probably not the right call. I'm not sure Caulifero is the right call for this deck in general, because I'm playing Righteous Protector and Creature of Madness. But it does have some serious potential, like... So, believe it or not, I'm going to do this just for sake of making some more minions. So if I can call a Pharaoh next turn, then this gives me 3 guys. Or I guess 4. I can Hero Power and call a Pharaoh. And hopefully it gets something big, like Tirion, Factory Assembly Bot would be great. I just hope it's not... I mean, even Blob of Tar would be okay. I just pray it's not Righteous Protector, Creature. Customs Enforcer's probably okay. Elise would be silly. Yeah, there's a lot of bad ones. Probably like a... What is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... versus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's almost a 50-50 for stuff I want versus stuff I don't want. And Cubicle wouldn't be bad, I guess. Whew. Okay, I was like, please don't hit the Cubicle. Okay. So lots of secrets here. This thankfully will live if one of them is explosive runes. Mirror Entity would be annoying, but I'm kind of doubtful. So they did discover a secret, so they could have a variety of different stuff. I think because... So Caulifero does die to explosive runes. I think explosive runes is a lot more likely than Frozen Clone. I really doubt they have Spellbender, Oasis. Let's see. Yeah, Ice Barrier is 1, that makes sense. And then we're going to do this and Caulifero. Wow. Okay, Polymorph is fine. Okay. So I guess it was correct to call a Pharaoh there. I wanted a Factory Assembly Bot, but yeah, if it got turned into a sheep, that would have been much worse. Renewing Flames, what timing? I like that. Now, this could be a counterspell. Very possible this is a counterspell. Because, yeah, likelihood of Spellbender or Oasis block, or Oasis Alley, very low. Ice block, I'm very doubtful. So I think that's very likely a counterspell. Only problem is, I play so few spells in the deck that... Oy. So if I don't kill the Ziliax, I get blown out. If I play this in its counterspell, definitely getting blown out. I think Anachronos is the way to go.
Mistakes of the past rewritten.
So at the very least, I get bought some time. Wow, cast that twice? Okay. Well, I guess they only get 3 of the 4, because their hand is maxed out. Alright, another secret sucks. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just give this a try.
My best assistant.
Ooh, okay. That's not good. So I think I'm going to have to do this so that if this guy that I get off of this attacks it, it dies. And we're going to give double the opportunity to kill it. So let's see. Nope. Come on. Dang. Alright. Whatever. That is the way it goes.
Skip over that.
Yeah, I guess they didn't realize it doesn't keep repeating. They're out of arcane spells, wow. Whew, okay. No demolition renovator's nice. Coast is clear for Elise. So if they go for the 1 mana version, they picked this side, which I want to say is the 1 mana version. It's that or the 10, I don't know.
Time is short.
What?
Skip over that.
What are they doing? Homie's making some serious misplays over there, I think. Yo. Whew, what a draw. What a draw. Oh my goodness. Dang. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Alright. So, yeah, it's safe to say they have a counterspell still. Let's go Fire Plume. And I could have gone the route of making a bunch of dudes, but I want to say making a copy of some big thing in my deck is probably better. Oh yeah, look at them go. 2 10-10s.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
So they've got double Ziliax, but ooh, okay, that's a little helpful at least. It's not great, but I do get to discover a spell here. Hopefully something great. It's gonna cost 7 less. Actually, I could do this. Reopen this, get another 10-10. I kind of like that. Hero's Welcome is good, but I can't play it this turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna run this. Seems okay. Yeah, eats up the counterspell. Renewing Flames is clear now. I assume they'll play Ziliax? Yeah. And I'm sure there are some misplays in this game. Like, this is a... On my part, not theirs. We know they made some misplays, killing their own minion and such, but, yeah, I think there's probably some misplays on my part as well, but, yeah, games when they get like this, like these mage games where they're discovering this many cards, you're bound to make misplays, so... Not to excuse it, but just gotta be realistic with yourself. But this is one of those games that I think is worth going back over. If I rewatch this video, I'm sure I will find at least a couple misplays that probably cost me either some significant resources or cost me some kind of tempo or something like that in the game. So I can kill their Ziliaxes, their Ziliaxi.
Let me think.
Renewing Flames will hit this and one of them, which then gives me the chance to throw this at one of these guys and the other one at the second Ziliax.
Let me think.
So something I don't know is if I play Cubicle and eat something, if I make a copy of that Cubicle, does it still make the same minion? I think it's worth trying, but we're going to do this for now. And I've got this, and they still have that second Ziliax, so I'm in a pretty rough position here. I don't know that I can justify Tigress Plushy here. I don't think it really does much, but...
Reality.
Yeah, this is a crazy game, though. We both have Fire Plume Ridge making 10/10 copies of stuff. Oh, wow. That could have got them Ziliax or a variety of other... Yeah, okay, they got them a Ziliax. This game is insane. This is... And it got Time Looper. Oh my god. This is a really nutty game. So yeah, safe to say that I'm not coming back from this. Yeah, especially drawing a Righteous Protector. So I can do Tigress Plushy, I can make a 10/10 copy, or I could Cubicle it and see if making the 10/10 copy makes another Tigress Plushy. I could also just Righteous Protector.
Let me think.
None of them seem good enough to win this game. What's the best route here? I will also discover a spell.
Let me think.
Yeah, pretty much whatever I do is going to be bad. Yeah, I think I'm just going to make a 10/10 of this. Let's hopefully get something good.
Put your faith in the light.
I mean, sure. Oh, I guess okay, so I should have played the mini Tigress Plushie, poked that, and then killed one of them with the other one. And I guess I could have cubicled, like, maybe the Tirion, but Righteous Protector could have maybe prevented some damage too. I don't know. There's a way to figure this turn out so I at least live another turn, but yeah, I think it was probably inevitable I was going to lose that game. Alright. One more game, and then I'm calling it quits here. So 3-3 after 6 games, but pretty happy with the performance of the deck. Yeah, I do know that one of my fatal flaws in Hearthstone is thinking too long about the decision trees and then not leaving enough time to actually execute what the best decision is. So that was definitely something that happened that turn. I think I thought too long about the different lines of play.
I will command the light.
There's something about the rope showing up that, for me, it's kind of like the squirrel that crosses the street right when the car is coming. It's like, well, it's now or never. At that moment where the rope comes out, a lot of times that's when my brain goes, oh, the best play is this. And then I'm like, I don't have enough time for this. I can't even do it now. So I've found that to be something for me. So maybe I should just visualize the rope, and then the best play will come to me. So I kept the Tigress Plushie on the off chance that they're aggro Paladin. It's possible, but I think it's more likely there's some... Okay, they are. Well, I guess I'm glad I took it. Customs Enforcer is not very helpful.
Reporting for duty.
The light dims, but
Wow.
winner shoots ya.
Wow. Alright. That seems okay. Please don't hit the 1/1. Yes.
Battle.
So the mini should come in handy next turn. I'll probably just go Customs Enforcer in that. Whew, that's annoying. Please don't hit. Dang. Okay, yeah, that's rough. So they've got 8 attack on board. It's very possible they're going to have a Crusader Aura. I guess if they had Crusader Aura, they would have played it there. So they probably don't have a Crusader Aura. I don't think the mini Tigress Plushy does enough here. So I'm just going to have to gamble it and see if I lose here. No Crusader Aura, come on. Come on. Okay. Well, I've got Stonehill next turn, along with Tigress Plushy. And then Nomelia should be helpful the following turn, assuming I'm still alive. Okay. What do we get? Dirty Rat's okay, actually. I don't hate that. So question is... yeah, I don't think the 1 damage off of that I'll gain, or the 1 lifesteal damage I'll gain will really make a difference here, so... It's Dirty Rat. No minion for them, so that's obviously great. And let's break both Divine Shields. And can they get me here? If they got Crusader Aura, this is real bad. It's real bad either way. Okay, yeah.
Well played.
I am super dead. That seems like not the best attack there. I think that was the attack you're supposed to do, but either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, fine. One more game. I'm 3-4 after 7. Yeah, Consecration would have been helpful that game. That's why I play it. Maybe against... yeah. I could have also held the Tigress Plushy 1 more turn. Used that a little differently.
I will fight with honor.
And against Paladin, I could have also aggressive or mulliganed a little bit more aggressively. Hopefully getting like a Righteous Protector or Creature of Madness on turn 2, something like that. Blob of Tar is helpful a little bit, but... what did I keep? Tigress Plushy and Tankgineer, I think? Something like that? I forget what the other card was now.
The light dims, but we fight.
Yeah, I keep wanting to take out Creature of Madness because it makes the Searing Reflections worse, but it helps the early game so much. Ooh. So So they get a 4/5 Raptor off of that, but I think Consecration is just very good here. Yeah, this is the other deck that made me think that Consecration was worth keeping in. Because, yeah, Flashback is annoying.
I remember this place well.
Sometimes you just lose off a good Flashback. At least with this deck. If you don't have the early stuff, then you're just kind of stuck taking little weenie damage until they get you.
Reporting for duty.
So yeah, since they got Elise off of Deja Vu, they can potentially have 2 Elise this game, which is very powerful.
Nightmares are never forgotten.
Yeah, Elise is a very format-defining card. It became clear to me after a bit that, like, if you're not playing Elise, then you're just behind the people that are playing Elise. So if you would like to have some potential to win the game, you gotta have Elise in your deck, which just changes the whole way that you build your deck half the time. Nesting Ground could be good. I really like this version, though. So only problem is, if I take this and then the next Discover doesn't have copy a minion as a 5/5, then I don't know that it's going to be good enough. I think this is powerful enough it's worth the risk, but I'm not happy about it. Ah, fine. So it's armor or this. I think the attack is fine. Yeah, I've got double Windowing Flame, so I think it'll be okay.
Repent. To battle.
Yeah, my gut was telling me to take the 2/1s, but I really like that Discover ability. Sheesh. Yeah, they got... Alright, that's a good one.
I remember this place well.
In my opinion, this is the second best Terror run, where you got a 5/5 and the 2/1s. First best, in my opinion, is the 5/5 and discovering a spell. Alright, pretty rough position here. So yeah, had I taken the 2/1s, this would have been a much better thing. It would have been make 3 2/1s and give them +2 attack. I could attack back, be in a much better position, but Blob of Tar is... it's okay here. Fingers crossed. I could run out the Tankgineer, but they have 14 attack out there, and I don't want to just straight take 14. I think that would be pretty crippling for the rest of the game. So Blob of Tar will prevent some damage, buy me some time to be able to cast a Renewing Flames. That's just rude. That's very good. So yeah, I'm taking 14 either way. 16 off of with the Nomelia as well. What? Okay, I'm not taking as much damage. That's very interesting choice of play. So I can Tigress Plushy, attack this. It'll kill this, deal 2 to me, I'll gain 3, so I'll be at 18. They're going to have a 5/5 and 3 2/1s next turn. I could try and get something off a Terror run, but... my guess is they want to use this on Nomelia. So one other play I can do is Plushy plus the mini. Use the mini to attack this. I think that's... Yeah, it's not great, but I think that's a better play. Because if I use the mini to attack that, this takes some damage, but at least it's alive. And then, as much as I don't want to, puts me at a higher life total, even though it's a much worse board position. There's no Nomelia. I could have just left it there, I guess, but then it would have gotten attacked by a 2-1, so at the very least, I'm making this easier to kill. I don't know, it's not good either way. Trap 1 card in my opponent's hand for 1 turn. Okay, not the worst. So they're going to make a 5/5 taunt. So let's see, they have 21 attack on board. I can do this, take out 2 guys. Not very good. This is definitely not going to cut it either. So if I go to 19, take 3 attack off their board, they have 18 attack. And is this including their weapon? 10, 16, 17, 20. That's including their weapon. Okay. So in theory, I'm still alive. Ooh, good. It hit the other guy. That's great. All right, much better. I expected it to hit the creature of madness instead of the Elise, but yeah, that attack ended up making a difference with the Tigress Plushy. So yeah, I was trying to play to all potential outs, and yeah, getting that Elise a little lower health seemed like the best bet. Ooh, yeah, no biggie. Just a card that gives you 7 cards that cost 3 less apiece. Oh my god. So if I Renewing Flames, it'll hit this twice. I'll gain only 5 life. I don't think there's anything I can do here to survive this. Man, I felt so good too when I was like, Consecration on turn 2. Take that, flashback. Yeah, there's a lot of games in this video that I think are worth going back over to evaluate misplays. I've thought about doing a video series like that where I go back over my own videos. I watch and, you know, pause and figure out the best plays and kind of do a rerun of it. If that's something you guys are interested in, definitely let me know. Because I'm very tempted. I just don't know if that's content you guys are going to be interested in. It would be very beneficial to my play.
Move quickly.
And I think it's also a good thing to do in terms of, you know, reinforcing that everybody makes mistakes, and if you're not evaluating those mistakes, then you're going to keep making the same mistakes. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that matters here, honestly. So, blah. Back to 10. They got 20 attack on board.
Well played. The victory is yours.
All right, so 3 and 5 after 8 games. I think I could have gone 4 and 4, maybe even 5 and 3 had I seen some of those better lines of play that I was talking about earlier.
Uther versus Illidan.
Okay, Demon Hunter it is.
I will fight with honor.
That's an alright hand. Okay.
Either the Legion dies, or I die with it!
The light dims, but we fight.
Yeah, the more I play with it, the more I like Righteous Protector in this deck. Having something on turn 1 is really good for a deck that's very high cost, very top end heavy. So it helps the aggro matchups, and it's not a bad Searing Reflection target. Like, the taunt is okay, I guess. In a tight spot, there are times where Searing Reflection just doesn't do enough. Like, you get Ursol, you get Caulifero or something like that. It's just no bueno. So at least Righteous Protector gives you some insulation if you're in a tight spot, off of Searing Reflection at least. And there are times where just like having a little taunt Divine Shield minion to be annoying to protect your other guys is cool. Like, you know, like in Bubble Paladin, sometimes you'll play your Cubicle on something and then just throw a Righteous Protector to give you an extra turn to kind of build a better board. I think I just do this. I mean, they want you to kill the Blob of Tar. It activates the Fell Hunter Death Rattle.
I remember this place well.
Alright, so now I can Cubicle the Blob of Tar or even a Tigress Plushy. That seems pretty decent. Ooh, that's good for them. Yeah, it's not the best, but I'm just gonna run this. At the very least, it puts a big target on Cubicle's head. Yeah, okay. They're definitely gonna kill Cubicle here. Really? No, that's the play for sure. Seems good. Interesting. I could just Renewing Flames their face. I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to save that for a point when I have a lower life total or a relevant threat. Not the play I expected. I'm probably going to just drop Tirion here and see if they can deal with it. I could Consecration, though. Ooh, Searing Reflection seems fun. So Consecration's not bad. I think it would be helpful here. Now it could be pretty bad if they Cliff Dive. Because if they get like double Inquisitor. Ooh, alright. Seems pretty good. Renewing Flames seems okay here. I'm also tempted by Searing Reflection, but this is going to be active next turn, so I think putting Tirion out here is probably the best play. And if he lives, if he lives, that's amazing, because then I can just cubicle him. Ah, fine. Of course they have red card. So now this is a much worse spot. I almost wish I played Renewing Flames that last turn, but I think either way I was going to take a bunch of damage. That would have just put me at, I don't know, 15, 18, something like that. I forget if I was more than 10 under my life total. I think I was 22, so I would have gained 8, so I'd be at 16 now. Which still is in lethal territory with this guy. So Renewing Flames will kill this, hit this, I go to 18. This is going to be active next turn, so I won't take 3 off of that. So they could hit me for 16, 17, I'd be at 18. I assume they can find one more damage somewhere. Let's run this actually, see what happens. Okay, yeah, that's the way it goes. So yeah, just dead. That's the way it goes.
Well played. You'll make a splash. The victory is yours.
Alright, if you're not gonna kill me, I'm not gonna wait around for you to do so. Alright, one more game. Let's make this an even 10. Yeah, I really wonder what the best lines of play are for the Cliff Dive matchup. I think it's winnable for sure. I'm pretty sure I've won it before. Yeah, I won it earlier this series of games, but it was a different version. I like the version of Cliff Dive with Blob of Tar and Ravenous Fellhunter much better than the Fey Trickster version.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
But I don't know objectively which one is better. Okay, Customs Enforcer seems pretty good here.
The light dim, but we fight.
Of course. So in that case, if I coin this out, then these things will cost 3. I think. Because it's a card that didn't start in their deck. It's technically the same card, but it didn't start in their deck.
Do you have anything to declare?
And obviously they can't, like 2 of them isn't going to kill it, but if they played one other removal spell and a chalice, then they could take care of the Customs Enforcer. So just slows them down a little bit, I guess.
Reality woven. Pleasure of forth.
That seems okay. So 3 mana 5/9. This would be a 3 mana 5/2, or no, a 1 mana 5/2. Very easily killed, but yeah, let's do this.
The light dim,
Island
but
Palace.
we fight.
As much as I want to do this, I don't know that attacking this is the right call. I think I should. Yeah, that little guy can be very problematic. Just depends on what they play. Okay. That works.
Island policy.
Cubicle on Whelp of the Infinite is pretty sweet. Obviously, I'm going to lose the bonus stats on it, but I think making multiple whelps could be pretty good. I could also do it on Customs Enforcer. Maybe that's better. Let's attack with it first. Let's make the red play here. Yeah, it's kind of like healing the Customs Enforcer for 3 and then potentially getting more of them later. Yeah, I didn't anticipate Customs Enforcer being this good in the deck. I knew it would be good in some matchups, but the mage matchup, it's very relevant, surprisingly.
Drink with me, friend.
Ay, ay, ay. Recurring Sleet Skater is so annoying. Well, I get another Customs Enforcer end of the turn, so feeling pretty good about that. And we can kill both their guys. I think it's... yeah. It's not the greatest, but it makes sure I maintain priority of the board, or control of the board. Just hopefully they don't have big removal. Wow, they just play Kill Jaden normally? That's a fascinating card choice. That's not normal for mage decks. I have 17 attack, they're at 30. So let's just, you know, let's do that. We don't want them to kill our... And the funny thing about Kill Jaden is that the Customs Enforcers, I think, are going to make it so their demons cost 4 more right now. 6 more at the end of this turn. So that seems like the worst possible play they could have made, but... in a couple of turns, the demons are going to be really big, so it might not matter how much they cost, but we'll see.
I ain't talking.
Sure. Let's make some room for more Customs Enforcers.
Island policy.
That's hilarious. And I could have used this to kill their Sleet Skater. It's possible they recur it, but I think at this point, if all of their demons cost... wow, okay. Yeah, if all of their demons cost 6 more, then... whatever. Yeah, that's how good the Customs Enforcers are against them. They decided not to attack the Whelp. That's nuts. Well, guess what I'm gonna do?
Island policy.
We're just gonna play more of them. This is so silly. This is one of the stupidest games I've ever played. Yeah, let's do Elise. We're gonna do the big one. Let's get the Fire Plume Ridge. So this is what I was talking about, where their demons are going to cost more, but now they've got +8/+8. So even if they cost, 4 more right now, it's still pretty good for them. I want to say Fire Plume is the call, though. Because I can actually just make a copy of this guy, and I think it'll make more of the Customs Enforcers. I could make a big Customs Enforcer.
Blaze a trail.
Island Palace. Island Palace.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make a big Customs Enforcer. Because if I make one of these, then I don't have the ability to get another Customs Enforcer. Quality should be helpful. So if they play a bunch of demons that are huge, then there it is. So the mage matchup I think is pretty bad. So Customs Enforcer really did some work there. So ended up after 10 games 4-6, which isn't great. But I think considering the misplays I made, I could have gone 5-5 or even 6-4. So good sign for this deck. I think I'm going to keep tweaking it. Definitely play some more games with it and see how it goes. So again, this is part 10 of the Searing Reflection series. So look out for part 11. And big thank you to you guys that are already following. Makes a big difference to the channel. So if you're not following, hit the follow button, like, comment, blah, 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 blah. I hate asking, but the YouTube algorithm needs to see engagement to show my videos to other people. So, yeah, serious thank you to you guys that are following. I appreciate the comments and stuff that some of you guys have left also. It seems like I'm kind of connecting with some people that are, like-minded, enjoy Hearthstone, but also, like, some of you guys are leaving cool comments about just random comments that I make in the videos, which shows me that you guys are actually enjoying, like, my personality. Who would have thought? And, like, just having fun with it. So I appreciate that. It's a big compliment, and I can't thank you enough. Yeah, check out the rest of the channel. If you made it to the end of this video, I highly recommend the past versions of this deck. I'm doing a couple of different series at this point. Like most videos that I've got now are just like part 7 of something, or starting a new series of something else. So there's tons of stuff on there for you guys to check out, whether it be competitive or fun deck. So peace and love, guys. Thanks for watching.